Alright guys, what's going on? It is Friday again. Awesome. Friday's always good. It's Friday the 6th of September 2024. This is the Insanity Report for today. And it's 11:10 a.m. here in Germany. And look, we have all heard this week Brazil has banned X, or Twitter as we know it. Banned it completely. And Rumble is also no longer available in Brazil. And let's see, in France, Rumble is not available. In Germany, you can't get it on the App Store. Now, they're not going as far as to fine people that use VPNs, but Brazil has made a statement to their people saying that if they use a VPN to access X, they will be fined $8,000 a day. Okay.
Slow traffic on A81, E41. Traffic jam.
What can I do? Germany is full of traffic. I can't help it. It happens every fucking day. Every time I'm trying to make a video, this shit happens. Crazy.
3 minutes delay.
All right. Sorry. Okay. So let's go back to where I was before that thing interrupted me. I can't turn that part off. I don't understand why not. So anyway, Brazil's government is going to fine people, citizens in a supposedly democratic free country. They're going to fine them $8,000 a day or $8,900 a day if they are caught using a VPN to access X. Now, of course, the way to get around that would be to remove your X account if you're Brazilian, make an anonymous one, only access it via VPN, and you can still be, I would say, a part of the resistance in that fashion. But it's, of course, a giant pain in the ass, and also for Brazilian citizens who are making money on X by, their content or subscription content, have now lost a source of their income. So for them, that's no solution. And it's pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy. And I get it. A lot of people are like, well, but okay, but that's not America. They're never going to be able to do that here. We got free speech and blah, blah. Are you guys awake? You know what I mean? Are you guys awake? Look, guys, they're going after your free speech every which way they possibly can in the States at the moment. You do not live in a free and democratic society in America either. All of us are under attack by the same people. I've been trying to get this point across forever. Why do you think that Brazil has banned X, that France has banned Rumble, that France has banned RT, actually all of Europe has basically banned RT. A German minister unilaterally banned a magazine here in Germany that she felt was far right. No court case, no nothing. She just said one day, okay, that's it, close up shop, that's the end. That's the power these people believe that they have. And the only way they have it is if we allow them to wield it without pushing back. So people have got to speak up. Stop thinking that these things are problems in other areas or other countries. They are not. They are all of our problems. Whether you are on the left or the right, we are facing the same monster here. I'm trying to say it the whole time. Okay? The whole time. We're facing the monster of totalitarianism. It's already in the house. We have to find a way to get it out before it destroys too much. Right? And by looking away and going, well, fuck, they didn't ban Twitter in America, or they didn't ban Twitter yet in Germany. Look, if they can do it in one so-called democracy, then they can do it in all of them. And we have seen in America, look, guys, you guys live in America. You know what I mean? You guys live in America. Everybody that's been alive longer than 15 minutes knows that this censorship monster that's going on all over the world is not normal. Okay? It's not normal. My dad has been alive for 80 years. He's an American. He grew up in America. He's lived in America. Never has he seen the level of censorship that's going on today in America before. Never has he seen people's freedoms, rights, and the ability of free speech being attacked in this way as much as it is now. It's bananas. Okay? It's crazy. And all of these Western countries, including where I live in Germany, we all see the same things happening. And now in Brazil, X is completely banned, and the government is so adamant that they're actually threatening their free citizens that if they use a VPN, they'll be fined $9,000 a day, which they'll never be able to pay. And I'm sure in Brazil, if you can't pay your government fines, your ass goes to jail. Okay, so that's what it basically comes down to. If you refuse to turn yourself into jail, they will come hunt you down, and at the point of the gun, will take you to jail. That's how all these governments work. And they're all the same. They have a monopoly on violence. They can use it whenever they want. And apparently, we are all sitting there going, well, you know, they have restrictions, but they're just not following the restrictions. They're not being restricted by the restrictions. So what can we do? Well, you know, if we don't do something, and that something is again, I know you guys are getting tired of hearing this message, okay? There are elections coming up in all of these Western countries. We are all aware the systems of these democracies, of these systems, must be changed or fortified in a sense that it is geared towards the advantages and the incentives and the interests of the people and not of oligarchs, corporations, government cronies, the deep state. That shit should, their well-being is irrelevant. The well-being has to be in the citizens. The government should be a service industry, right? A service industry to make the lives of citizens easier, safer, and more convenient. That's what they should be there for. Nothing else. We've given them the power. We've outsourced everything to these people, and this is what we get. And basically, leftist ideologues are running all of these countries. They're all in positions of power, and they all need to be removed. Now you're probably thinking, well, so what can America do about Brazil? It's another country. Well, look. America, every time another country does something America doesn't like, America comes knocking. Trust me, okay? Look at the elections in Venezuela. Nicolas Maduro won. America feels like he cheated, even though that's rich coming from America. We were all alive in 2020. Yeah, I watched it with my own eyes, people. I'm sorry. You can gaslight me all you want. That election was fucking ripped off. Okay? So for America to be fucking demonizing people based on their electoral morality is pretty odd. But okay. Nicolas Maduro won. Now America says, okay, we don't like that, so now we're going to take your fucking $13 million airplane and we're going to seize it and we're just going to take it and there's nothing you can do. You know what I'm saying? That was yesterday's insanity report. That's crazy, right? So if America is bothered by something another country does with its own citizens, its own people, then they will make themselves heard, and usually they will assert their dominance. That's usually what they do. Notice how America, none of these other so-called freedom-loving democracies and shit are going to bat for Elon Musk and Twitter and the people of Brazil. No, they're not saying shit. As a matter of fact, European politicians and European governments are saying, "What? That's bravo, Brazil. That's really good. That's really good. You see, Brazil knows how to play ball. You censor whatever the fuck we say, and if they don't play ball, you ban them, fine them, push them in the ground, and use tyranny to make them comply." That's how Europe wants to do it. That's how they want to do it. And they love that Brazil is doing it. That's why these politicians love China so much, because China just goes, people, listen, it's not a discussion. You see, it's not a democracy here. We're not gonna discuss and debate things with you. We're gonna do things, and you're gonna shut the fuck up. That's the system in China. No wonder the politicians love it. Of course, that's the easiest way. No, this pesky democracy shit. You know what I mean? So that's it. We're losing ground everywhere, in every country. I mean, it's not like it's North Korea, okay? I get it. We don't want to start a fucking nuclear war with North Korea over how they restrict internet usage in their country. I get it. Same thing with China, right? But for the things that the American government cares about, they will go to bat for them. And they're not doing that in this case. They did not call France and say, hey, what the hell are you guys doing? Banning an American company for no reason. Rumble. You know what I mean? They're not trying to get this fucking crazy judge. This guy looks like Voldemort and shit, this judge in Brazil. You should look at him. It's crazy looking. They're not calling him going, hey, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Do you think there's no ways to pressure Brazil? Come on, people, get your head out of your ass. Of course there is. You know, the odd thing was, see, Elon Musk was going to skirt it for the people of Brazil. He told De Moraes, the judge in Brazil, he said, no, okay, you're going to ban it, but I'm going to just let it be available to your Starlink customers, because you can't get in that server. You can't ban through there. They're not your ISPs. I'm the ISP. So he's going to let him in through Starlink. And but Elon Musk, Elon Musk Starlink has different bases in Brazil. They have money in Brazil, and the government said, okay, we're just going to seize all your assets and all your money, and if you don't do it, we're never going to give it back. So they basically broke Starlink's back here, you know? And people can say, oh, Elon Musk caved. Listen. If you're going to take this fight on against these people, you are going to have to lose a couple of battles. That's just the way that rolls. It's about the final, not the final solution, but the final outcome, right? The final outcome. It's about the final outcome. And the final outcome should be, we all, in all these so-called free societies, shall retain absolute free speech. And that should not be fucked with. That's when we win. Until then, we're still battling. And sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. Elon Musk is a smart dude. I trust him to fight this battle. I do not think he's caving whatsoever. I think that the amount of money and shit that is involved in Starlink, and that's probably sitting in Brazil, that this government can just unilaterally seem to seize, just like America seized Nicolas Maduro's plane. Nobody's going to be able to do shit about that. What are they going to do? Is Nicolas Maduro going to fight the whole government? No. He's going to have to just put up with it. That's all he can do. Or go to war with America over a plane, you know? So, look, they forced him, right? And look how powerful Elon Musk is. They can still force him. What do you think they can do to us? Okay? And I know there's people out there that are saying, yeah, but look, dude, look, I don't say things on the internet that's going to get me canceled or censored or banned. Look, it's not only what you say, it's also what you get to read. You know what I mean? Don't you think you should be able to decide what you watch, what you look at, what you read, what you see, what videos you watch, what's in your feed? Don't you think you should be able to decide that? Even if you don't say things that piss people off, even if you don't say controversial things, and you don't think that this banning and censorship is going to affect you, then, you know what I mean? Just look at it like that. Listen, you might be a Twitter or an X producer, right? You're a content producer, right? If you're a content creator and you have a lot of people in Brazil, you just lost a shitload of customers. You lost a shitload of subscribers, people, because of the will of some insane, tyrannical judge in Brazil. You have now lost maybe millions of dollars or thousands of dollars. Who knows? Okay? So it's not just about, well, I don't say shit, so it's, you know what I mean? It doesn't bother me. Look at the things that people are saying. You know what I mean? They're not even untrue. Yes, some things are mean. That's life. That's the world. You know, we grew up with sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Right? And if they did hurt me, you punch them in the fucking face. You know what I'm saying? We have schoolyard fights and scuffles and shit. That's what happens. But that's people. That's humanity. That's the way it works. You know, and I don't want to be restricted just because there's a bunch of pussies out there who can't handle truth, who can't handle if somebody doesn't like them or calls them a man, if they're not a man, whatever the fuck their whiny shit is. I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. I don't care who's not protected from it. I don't fucking care. All right? I know this is turning into more of a rant than an insanity report, but Jesus. Okay? So this is crazy. I mean, I can't believe how many people out there are sitting back going, yeah, it's Brazil, it's France, you know what I'm saying? I don't like croissants or frog legs, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Look, wake up and check it out. This is a global Western world problem, okay? The other countries besides the Western world are already totalitarian, authoritarian, or dictatorships, right? All of those are already that. We are going to become those things if we don't stand up for the simple things like, for example, free speech. Freedom of speech should be the hill to die on here, people. It's the fundament, it's the foundation of the rest of your freedoms. Get it, make the connection. Please, God, wake the fuck up. This is a problem. You know what I mean? There's got to be something done. Look, and it's not going to be done. You're not going to be able to do anything about Moreira's banning X in Brazil or France banning Rumble. You will not be able to do anything about it as a person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting everybody to form a fucking million-man march about it either. No. Simple as this. Vote other people in and get these insane, leftist ideologue lunatics that are facilitating this madness. Get them out of power. The Democrats are evil. Okay? If I'm talking about America, the Democrats are evil. They are diabolical. Right? Sure, there's a couple that maybe aren't, and are just too weak to stand up to the others. They want their money and they need to... All the excuses. I get it. All right? But the way they are doing, the way the leftist ideologues is people are captured by ideology, and that is all that consumes them. They will go to no end. They will go to all ends. They will stop at no end. Right? They will go through any length at all to get what they want. And one of the things they want is control of the narrative through censorship. And they call it hate speech, and they call it disinformation, and they call it harm, and people are getting harmed. No, people are getting harmed because people are stupid. Words don't harm people. I'm sorry. And if they do, then that person needs a lesson in reality and life and grow a thicker skin or get off the fucking internet, because that's what they're going to get. And the more they make known how much they dislike it, the more is going to be thrown at them, because that's how people are. People are trolls. They're like, oh, this person really hates it. Let me fucking slap a little more on it.
Accident in 1 kilometer.
That's what they're going to do. The shit that these people are coming up with to try and shut us all up in the name of protecting other people. It's not for protecting them. It's for protecting themselves. Get it? Brazil is not trying to protect its citizens from disinformation on
Accident
X.
in 500 meters.
That makes no sense. You know what they're doing? They're trying to protect themselves from true information reaching the citizens. That's what they're doing. Because if the citizens read how corrupt and how fucked up this government is and the people in it, that's going to make them look bad and maybe get voted out, because it is kind of a democracy, right? Apparently, somewhat. Not really. You know, if you can ban a whole social media company and fine your people or throw them in jail for using a VPN, you're basically China.
Accident in 1 kilometer.
Sorry about this, guys. Today's a talkative day for this
Accident
bitch,
in 500 meters.
Okay, one more time, and then I can continue and wrap this up for everybody. Sorry. How crazy, right? So here we go. We're going to be close to the accident she's talking about, right? And once we get there, then she will shut up.
Accident in 100 meters.
So she's done. All right. So, yeah. Guys, the thing with Brazil is a bigger deal than you think it is, okay? It's a real big deal. You know, it's not normal. Like I said, anybody alive 15 minutes ago knows that this level of fucking tyranny and censorship and control is not the norm. It hasn't been for at least the 80 years my dad's been alive. Certainly the 47 years I've been alive. And everybody out there listening to this that can understand me also knows that this has not been the norm in their lifetime until about 2016, and then COVID, and it's been the norm ever since. We know that. It's got to stop. And the only way to stop it without violence, without having to actually fight a revolution, is to really, this time around, in the elections and all over the world, here in Germany, next fall, America.
Obstruction in 1 kilometer.
In 2 months. Oh, the thing's driving me crazy. You know what I mean? It's all over the world. There are going to be elections in these Western countries, and your job as a patriot, your job as a freedom-loving person, in my opinion, is to get your ass out there, cast your vote, and
obstruction in 500 meters.
Anybody else except these leftist ideologues in power. We have got to reverse course, and that's going to be the only way. If we let them retain power, this will get worse, and you all know it. And if you don't want it to get to the point where, like I said,
obstruction in 100 meters,
a violent uprising will be the only option you have. And most people aren't going to do that. They're just not. Look at North Korea. North Korea has been living under a totalitarian regime for decades, ever since I've been alive, for sure. And I've never heard of one attempt by the public, by the masses, to free themselves from this totalitarian regime. Not one. So if we think, why do we think in the West that we're going to be any different? America has got it easy because they've got all the guns. We don't even have guns. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doubtful that the majority or a large portion of Americans are ready to hit the street with their guns, give up their old life, and go into
Fixed
a
camera
full-scale
in 1
war
kilometer.
with the government. I seriously doubt that's going to happen. So guys, think about it. Think about it. Look at the signs. They're all there. You can't miss them. They're slapping you in the face every day. Brazil banning X is just one of them. If you like my stuff, guys, and you've seen this only one time, this is the first time you're watching, but you want to get all my videos, all of the articles I write, which are very long and detailed, also pretty good. People seem to like them. So articles, the Insanity Report, my weekly rant, and the podcast recommendations. Get them all in your inbox as soon as they come out in your email. If you subscribe to my Substack, you can do it free, but you can also do it for $5 a month. I'd appreciate that greatly. And the links are below. If you're watching this on a different platform like Rumble or X or TikTok, then follow me there. But please also subscribe to the Substack. It's the easiest way for you to get everything I put out in one central location instead of having to look around, wait on social media, etc. to find the stuff. That's the best way to go. Subscribe to the Substack. We'll see you guys next week. I hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you guys next week on the Insanity Report. Have a good one. Peace out.